Hi guys, today with another brand new episode of Beyond the PSF, we're going to be talking about projects that will be launching in the first half of 2026. So from our last video, we have already shortlisted projects from I think the 2.5 mil to the 3 mil mark. And I think a lot of consumers on the ground have told us that they are not interested in these projects. They have combed the whole Singapore, they really want to buy, but all the projects that we have shortlisted prior, or any projects for that matter, does not interest them. So the purpose of the video today is to share, if you are on the fence, ready to fire, want to buy a project in the first half of 2026, what should you guys be looking out for? Okay, how are we gonna be looking out for this project? To be very honest, I think the first half of 2026, we don't have a lot of choices. A few years back, there's a lot of blockbuster launches that come up at the same time, but for 2026, there isn't as much choices. In that bunch of launches, there will be 2 ECs that will be launching, and there will also be 4 boutique projects. So this, I think, we will not talk about, not because they are not good, you still can buy them, but it will not be part of our top 3 picks. Now, in order for us to pick these 3 projects, we will go by 3 very simple metrics. Okay, point number 1, the land price and the break even. Point number 2, our future supply, and point number 3, our demand pool. So let's start with pick number 1 for our first half 2026 launch. Bobby?
In third place, we have BAYSHORE. Yes, some of you will be asking why we rank BAYSHORE as our third choice, but mainly it's because of the price itself. So the land itself was purchased at around 1,388 PSF PPR. So essentially this will translate to, if you add in the developer cost as well as the profit margin, the project will likely launch around 2007 PSF and above. For those stacked with sea view, right, you can expect the price to be around 3003 PSF minimum starting from. So why this still make it to our list despite the price, right, is because number 1, clearly in recent years, right, we have seen the whole East Coast plan, or rather the government is really transforming the whole area. They are transforming this into a car-like township. You have the Thompson East Coast line, you have like land charge signals. This essentially is, I would say, almost a new township. So there will be new population, new demand. And on top of that, right, in recent new launches that we've seen in the east side, right, generally there's very strong short-term momentum, and there's a very strong long-term transformation story that is ongoing. So to summarize, BAYSHORE is essentially there's very strong transformation story over there, but it will definitely not be cheap.
My second choice, our second choice would be LENTOR Garden Residences. Okay, it is going to be an area of growth. At the moment, I think in LENTOR Modern has already TOP'd and have already transacted. I think the 3 bedrooms have made about almost $500,000. Already almost 500k done for a 3-bedder over there. A lot of people concerned was, LENTOR, a lot of projects launch. Would that be an issue? I think LENTOR Modern has proved it otherwise. Now, why LENTOR Garden Residence is a pick? Very simple. 920 per square feet per plot ratio is the land price. He has mentioned why we pick these projects, right? There must be some USPs. So at this price point, developer likely will launch entry price at about maybe 1,008 plus starting from. On average, maybe about 2,000-ish, and then it can go as high as maybe 2,003, 2,004 on the higher floors. Okay, so I mean with these numbers, right, today a lot of consumers on the ground have been coming to us, giving us their budget, about 2.5 mil, they want something brand new, they want something that can make money, they don't want to go for the resale units, what can they buy, and honestly, if you shortlist the whole Singapore today, it's sad to say that 2.5 million is not a lot of budget already, right? 2.5 million, brand new today, there's not much you can look for. If you want a very full-size 3-bedroom with yard, with store, with helper's room, 1,000 square feet, I think LENTOR Garden will be something that you all have to consider. You miss this one, I think maybe really nothing to buy. Okay, so LENTOR Garden, at this price point, if you want a big 3-bedroom with MRT, in an area of transformation, people are still developing in that area, right? Then it has to be one of the best picks. If not, 2.5 million in the market today will not get you anything near MRT. You want brand new MRT, big 3-bedroom for family, I think at about the 2.5 mil mark, LENTOR Garden will be the one to look out for. For myself and Bobby, I think all of our top 3 picks, we will do a individual project review when it does come up. Right? Okay, so I think that's our second pick. And you want to take away the champion for the first half of the year?
For champion of the year, drum roll. Okay, actually right now, most of you will probably have the same top pick as all of us over here. It's none other than our Thomson view. So this is one of the only en bloc that happened in recent years, or rather one of the most successful one that actually that actually went through, and it's one of the most anticipated launch in recent years. Because this is actually situated in District 20, Upper Thomson area. This itself, right, is a very sought after area, your Bishan Ang Mo Kio Upper Thomson area, and for the longest period of time, you have no like decent large new launch in this area. So why this is our number one pick? Quite straightforward. Number one, it is very near to Upper Thomson MRT. It's literally opposite. Number two, because you're near Upper Thomson MRT, you're also very near to Thomson Plaza, shopping mall, tick. Third, for those families that are planning to stay around here, this is likely going to be within 1 km of Ai Tong Primary School, easily one of the top 10 primary schools in Singapore. So MRT, shopping mall, primary school, tick. On top of that, in terms of the micro perspective, right, this is a large plot of land. So there will likely be around 1,200 units thereabout. So there will be a very healthy volume of transactions that will ensure that in recent years, right, or rather throughout the years of you owning a property, right, there will always be a healthy amount of transactions. The land price of this, right, the developer essentially en bloc it at around 1,178 PSF PPR, which will roughly translate to a launch price of around 2004 to 2005 at starting. Of course, for areas like this whereby it's highly sought after, it won't be surprised if the developer decide to have a higher profit margin. So the biggest reason why I personally feel that, or rather we personally feel that this is our top pick of the year, right, is because this somewhat feels like a jetscape kind of development, whereby there's very strong fundamentals, there is a strong upgrader demand, especially with the latest news of BTOs going to be launched in the area, the Macquarie Reservoir area, the Xingming area. There will be a very strong upgraders demand over there, and a very, very clear family pool, given that the schools, the malls, and the transport. To summarize it, Thomson View literally check every box. Essentially, if you buy this, that I don't think there'll be much objection against it, apart from maybe the launch price. So let's stay tuned to it. The only thing that will probably stop you from buying Thomson View will be your ballot chance. Yeah. So in case you all want to know how to increase your chance of ballot, feel free to contact us. We have our own tips to increase your chance of being able to get a good ballot number. We have come to the end of our video today. Essentially, 2026, there may be some launch gaps. When people can't find the right new launch, they will shift towards resale. So we are also coming to the end of our GFA harmonization advantage period, whereby our land price has been constantly going up. So the advantage of you buying to the harmonized project has shortened, or rather narrowed. So new launch are getting more and more expensive, and resale are becoming more and more attractive. But if you still want to buy into a new launch, feel free to contact us. We will help you to analyze in terms of your priority, whether is it investment or own use, budget, as well as a timeline. And drop us a message and we will show you what is the best move for your next purchase. Bye-bye.
Why I think the pent-up demand over here is crazy.
You crawl.
We crawl, okay lah, we don't crawl lah, we walk lah. Has almost all the components. You have almost everything. It is definitely going to be oversubscribed.
Past transaction